In this footage, a lone buffalo bull spots a lioness hiding in the bushes and cautiously approaches, curious but alert. As the buffalo gets too close, the lioness panics and tries to flee. That's when it becomes clear she's dangerously thin, frail, and starving. Lions rely on strength and surprise to hunt, but in this state, she stood no chance. Taking down a full-grown buffalo alone requires power she simply didn't have. The buffalo senses her weakness and violently flips her into the air like a rag doll. Miraculously, she escapes without injury, but survival in the wild demands more than luck. Without a pride or strength to support her, this lioness was likely facing her last sunset. This rare footage captures a buffalo cornered by not one, but two rival lion prides, temporarily forming a coalition to take down the massive prey. It looks hopeless. But then instinct and rivalry collide. A lioness from one pride tries to join it in on the kill, triggering chaos. Territorial aggression erupts. Lions from both sides turn on each other, ignoring the hunt completely. Even males lash out at their own pride members, showing how fragile these alliances truly are. And in the middle of the confusion, the injured buffalo seizes the chance, stands up, and escapes while the predators fight among themselves. Number 2, lion versus wildebeest. In this rare moment, a young lion ambushes a wildebeest crossing the river, timing its attack for the perfect moment. But the tables turn fast. Instead of fleeing, the wildebeest charges straight back. Caught off guard, the inexperienced lion hesitates, clearly confused. Then it backs off and retreats. It's a powerful reminder that not all prey run. In fact, wildebeests are known to fight back when cornered, especially during river crossings, where they're most vulnerable but also most alert. Filmed in Kruger National Park, a wildebeest narrowly avoids a lioness ambush, only to charge straight into two more. But in a jaw-dropping move, it leaps over both predators, kicking one midair in the head. 4 more lionesses give chase, but the wildebeest makes a daring dash through a shallow river. It's not just luck. Wildebeests are built for endurance. They can sprint up to 50 miles per hour and sustain 30 to 40 over distance. Lions, though faster in short bursts, quickly overheat. In this case, speed, stamina, and bold timing turned the hunted into the survivor. Number 3, lion versus warthog. This scene captures 2 lionesses preparing for an ambush. Their target, a lone warthog. Suddenly, the chase begins, but the warthog bolts with surprising speed. Though short-legged and stocky, adult warthogs can reach speeds up to 35 miles per hour in bursts, fast enough to outrun even a lion if they react quickly. Unlike antelope, they don't rely on agility, but on sheer acceleration and sharp reflexes. In this case, speed wins. The warthog escapes the pride unharmed, showing how evolution has equipped even unlikely animals with just enough to survive when it matters most. Filmed in Chobe National Park, Botswana, this footage captures a lioness carefully stalking a group of warthogs. Every step is calculated. She relies on stealth, not speed, to get close enough before striking. But then she breaks into a full sprint, targeting one warthog. For a moment, it looks promising, but warthogs are surprisingly fast, capable of hitting speeds over 30 miles per hour. In seconds, the gap widens, and the lioness falls behind. She's left alone, panting an empty pod. Number 4, lion versus impala. Two lionesses crouch low on the ground, ready to ambush a herd of gazelles. Patience is key in a hunt, but one lioness rushes the move too early, triggering the alert to the prey. The gazelles scatter instantly. In a twist of irony, the lioness not only misses her target, but slips straight into a nearby canal. The sudden splash stuns even her hunting partner. It's a clear reminder, in nature, timing is everything. Even top predators fail when instinct overrides strategy. Number 5, leopard versus gazelle. Filmed in Botswana, this scene captures two male antelopes locked in an intense battle, likely over mating rights or territory. For nearly 10 minutes, they clash head to head, completely unaware of a young leopard nearby, patiently watching and waiting for fatigue to set in. When the time is right, the leopard launches a surprise attack, taking one antelope to the ground. Amazingly, the other keeps fighting, unaware that its rival is under assault. Only when the predator becomes visible does it flee. Despite being ambushed, the antelope manages to break free. The leopard tries again, but fails. Number 6, leopard versus honey badger. In this rare moment, a leopard attempts to take down a young honey badger, but things quickly take a turn.
There comes another one. There comes another one.
From out of nowhere, the mother honey badger charges in, furious and fearless. Despite being much smaller, she drives straight at the leopard with explosive aggression. Caught off guard, the big cat bolts and runs for cover.
Look at that.
Honey badgers are known for their toughness, thick skin, and extreme pain tolerance. Even apex predators like leopards often avoid them. After the brief but intense chase, the leopard keeps its distance, clearly shaken and unwilling to risk another round. In this rare sighting, 3 leopards gang up on a single honey badger, but what looks like an easy kill quickly turns into a lesson in regret. Instead of fleeing, the honey badger stands its ground, growling, lunging, and even turning the tables at times. The leopards take turns, trying to wear it down, but the badger keeps fighting with unmatched ferocity. Honey badgers are one of the few animals willing to challenge big cats head on. In the end, the leopards back off, and the badger simply trots away. Number 7, leopard versus baboon. A large troop of baboons crosses the road, creating a brief traffic jam. Suddenly, a leopard charges in, likely hoping for an easy meal among the chaos. But this ambush doesn't go as planned. Female baboons instantly rush back to protect their young, forming a defensive wall. Then the males counterattack. Led by what appears to be the dominant male, he lunges at the leopard like a rugby player, biting, striking, and screaming with full force. Baboons are highly social animals, and when threatened, they can coordinate as a unit.
And back to...
Number 8, snow leopard versus yak. This video shows an old snow leopard stalking a herd of yak, blending perfectly into the rocky terrain. With his thick, spotted coat, he's nearly invisible, especially to yaks, whose poor vision makes detecting predators difficult. Then, with explosive speed, he strikes, grabbing a calf and scattering the herd in panic. But the mother yak doesn't run. She charges straight at the leopard, risking her life to save her young. Again and again, she slams into the predator, trying to shake him loose. Eventually, the leopard loses his grip. Disoriented and outmatched, he slinks away in frustration. This mother snow leopard moves in with precision, stalking a herd of yak on a rugged mountainside. But something alerts the herd. They scatter, forcing her to make a sudden move. She lunges and manages to grab a calf. It's a quick, calculated attack, typical of snow leopards, who rely on stealth over speed. But the calf's mother isn't giving up. She charges with full force, determined to protect her young. Despite the risk, the leopard holds on, dragging the calf as the angry yak barrels toward her. But strength and size win this battle. Overwhelmed, the leopard is finally forced to release her grip and flee. Number 9, leopard versus porcupine. In this footage, 2 young leopards spot a pair of porcupines and go in for the hunt. One of them manages to corner its target, but it's clear the leopard doesn't quite know what it's dealing with. Porcupines may look slow, but their defense is brutal. Each quill is a sharp, barbed spike, and once embedded, it's painful and difficult to remove. As the leopard strikes, it gets a face full of quills, recoiling in pain and confusion. With the predator injured and disoriented, the porcupines calmly walk away, unharmed. This rare footage captures a leopard stalking what seems like an easy target, a porcupine family. At first, it looks like the big cat will dominate quickly, but what follows is a masterclass in natural defense. The adult porcupines move with precision, forming a barrier around their 2 young. Every time the leopard tries to strike, they spins around and raises their sharp quills, forcing it to back off. Number 1, lion versus buffalo. In this video, a male lion finds itself trapped in a tree surrounded by a large herd of Cape buffalo. Moments later, the lion loses its grip and falls to the ground, right into the heart of the herd. What follows is a relentless defense. The buffalo charge repeatedly. Cape buffalo are known for their protective behavior, especially when defending the herd from threats like lions. Despite the lion's strength, the injuries from the attack are too severe. Sadly, it doesn't survive.
One lion eliminated, maybe a buffalo saved.
In this dramatic video, a lone lioness attempts to take down a large buffalo, but things quickly turn against her. As she struggles to overpower the prey, the buffalo's herd arrives. One buffalo charges and launches the lioness into the air with its horns. Moments later, another strike follows, forcing the lioness to retreat in panic. This moment highlights the risk lions face when hunting solo, especially against prey that not only outweighs them several times over, but also defends each other with unwavering loyalty. In this dramatic video, a pride of lions closes in on a vulnerable buffalo calf. The attack seems inevitable until the mother buffalo charges in. With powerful force and relentless determination, she fends off the predators, refusing to let them reach her calf. Her defensive aggression buys just enough time. Moments later, the rest of the herd arrives, and together they drive the lions away. This scene is a powerful example of social defense in herd animals, where the bravery of one triggers the unity of many. This dramatic scene shows an injured buffalo surrounded by a pride of lions. Despite its wounds, the buffalo towers over any single lion, 3 times their size and packed with raw power. Taking down such a beast is no easy task, even for an entire pride. As the lions launch their attack, the buffalo fights back fiercely, using its horns and weight to push them off. The battle is tense and risky, reminding us that for lions, hunting large prey like a buffalo bull can come at a high cost. While the buffalo's chances grow slimmer with every minute, this moment shows just how much fight is left in even a wounded animal when survival is on the line. In this dramatic scene near a riverside, a pride of lions prepares to ambush a herd of buffalo. As the lions break into a chase, panic spreads through the herd. One lion manages to bring down a young calf, but the hunt doesn't end there. In a surprising turn, several adult buffalo rally and charge back at the lion with full force. Overwhelmed by the sudden counterattack, the lion retreats and abandons its catch. In this dramatic footage, an aging male lion finds himself trapped in the middle of a stampeding buffalo herd. It's believed the pride had attempted a hunt, but the tables quickly turned when the buffalo fought back in full force. The older lion, slowed by an old injury, couldn't retreat in time. For nearly 15 minutes, he was thrown and trampled as the herd surged around him. Eventually, the rest of the pride intervened, and the lion was pulled from the chaos. Remarkably, he survived, though in poor condition, suffering suspected internal injuries. Number 2, lion versus wildebeest. In this rare and dramatic scene, 2 young lions attempt to bring down a wildebeest, but the hunt doesn't go as planned. Just when it seemed over, the wildebeest breaks free and fights back with surprising strength. In a sudden twist, it manages to hook one of its horns into the leg of a lioness, leaving her briefly entangled and clearly in pain. For several tense moments, the lioness is stuck before finally pulling away. The wildebeest doesn't just escape, it turns the tables entirely, chasing the 2 lions off before making its getaway. This moment highlights how prey species like wildebeest can sometimes outmaneuver their predators with strength, timing, and a bit of luck.
stil, hè joh, in de huisroom.
This dramatic footage captures a lioness attempting to suffocate a wildebeest that appears lifeless. But in a sudden twist, the wildebeest comes back to life and begins to fight. As the lioness bites down on its throat, the prey thrashes violently, trying to break free. This throat hold can take anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes to be fatal, during which lions often use their forelimbs to pin the prey to the ground. But this time, the lioness loses her grip. The wildebeest erupts into a frenzy, striking back with force. Caught off guard, the lioness panics and retreats, leaving her would-be meal behind. Number 3, lion versus rhino. This footage shows a black rhino becoming stuck in a muddy water hole. Sensing an opportunity, 3 nearby lions move in, hoping to take advantage of the vulnerable prey. But dragging a rhino out of the mud proves harder than expected. The rhino struggles fiercely, eventually freeing itself from the trap. That's when the lions strike.
Oh, yes.
However, the rhino's thick hide, measuring up to 2 inches in some areas, offers powerful natural armor. The lions attempt to bite and claw, but their attacks barely leave a mark. The rhino responds with defiant charges, forcing the lions to keep their distance. In the end, the rhino walks away, proving once again that even apex predators can fail when facing nature's living tank. In this scene, 2 male lions are attempting to feed on the carcass of a young rhino, possibly one they brought down earlier. But the mother rhino isn't done fighting. Every time the lions inch closer, she charges with full force, forcing them to back off. Despite their size and power, the lions remain cautious. They know that a defensive adult rhino can be deadly. For nearly an hour, the standoff continues, with the mother guarding her calf's body and the lions circling, waiting for an opening. In the end, her persistence pays off. The lions retreat, abandoning their attempt.
Attacks again.
Number 4, cheetah versus gazelle.
And ends up hanging from the running.
This footage captures a mother cheetah in full pursuit of a male gazelle. Cheetahs can reach speeds of up to 70 mph in short bursts, allowing them to close the gap quickly on fleeing prey. Within moments, the mother catches up and pins the gazelle, attempting to suffocate it. Her young cubs begin to move in, learning through experience how hunts unfold. But in a sudden twist, the gazelle turns violently and launches a powerful counterattack, catching the cheetah off guard. It manages to break free and escapes, leaving the predator with a serious wound to the belly. Number 5, leopard versus gazelle. 2 male gazelles clash in a brutal fight, likely over mating rights, as males often battle to prove dominance during breeding season. Locked in instinct, they ignore everything around them, including a young leopard silently stalking nearby. The leopard waits patiently, knowing that exhaustion weakens even the fastest prey. Then it strikes, slamming one gazelle to the ground. The other, still focused on the fight, doesn't even notice. Only when the predator moves does it finally flee. But this hunt doesn't end as expected. Despite the ambush, the gazelle fights back and escapes, leaving the leopard empty-handed. Number 6, lion versus oryx. In this scene, 2 young lions are on the hunt. They've spotted a herd of oryx, known for their sharp, lethal horns. The lions spread out with instinctive coordination. One moves in slowly, closing the distance. Then the ambush begins. The chase is swift, and they manage to bring one down, but the victory is short-lived. The oryx fights back with surprising force, slashing with its horns. For young, inexperienced lions, this is a dangerous opponent. Wounded and wary, the lion backs off, circling at a distance. They don't give up the hunt, but they've learned something vital. In the wild, even prey can turn into predators when cornered. This scene captures 2 young lions attempting to bring down a roan antelope, but the hunt doesn't go as planned. The roan fights back fiercely, using its strength and horns to fend off the attackers and stay alive. However, in the struggle, the antelope suffers a serious leg injury, leaving it limping and vulnerable. That's exactly what the lions were hoping for. They begin to follow at a distance, not rushing the kill, but waiting. Injured prey is easier to finish when its energy runs out. Though the roan survives the first attack, its wound limits movement, and it's now caught in a slow, silent countdown. That was nature's revenge in its most brutal form. Unforgettable impacts and predator takedowns that left us breathless. The hunted turned into the hunter in a flash. If this video had you on edge, hit like, share your wildest moment in the comments, and subscribe for more nature shockers. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay wild and stay aware.
More than it can handle.
Suddenly, the leopard attacks, but the other lechwe doesn't seem to realize.